Destination Mark.
Another year in the books. Hey guys, how's it going? Marcelo here, and 2017 is nearly at an end. So, I'm going to do an update video. It's part update, part year recap, which I've never really done before, but a lot of crazy stuff happened this year. So, I got my list as per the norm, so here's the list. Let's go over said list. There have been so many games. This was like the year of games for us. I listed just a couple: Nier Automata, Zelda Breath of the Wild. I don't consider myself yet a Zelda fan, but Breath of the Wild quite literally took my breath away. It was crazy. Horizon Zero Dawn, Crash Insane Trilogy, Yooka-Laylee, Tekken 7, Splatoon 2, Mario Odyssey, and that's not even all of them. There's so many games I've played this year, and pre-orders. It's also the year of pre-orders for me. I've never pre-ordered as many games as I have this year. So many awesome games. A lot has come out. A lot got hyped up. And we still have more to come, which I'll get into later, but it's been crazy. There's not a lot to say about it, but there's some I haven't mentioned too, like Sonic for a lot of people. Bubsy fucking came back this year, which no one at all was expecting. But yeah, really crazy year for games. So, point one, awesome stuff. Going to E3 this year was crazy. It's surreal to see that in '96 you had Crash and Mario Crash just starting out, Mario making his 3D debut, and essentially 20 years later you've got Crash coming back, you know, with the same games but remastered, and then you got Mario taking on a whole new ambitious project. It was surreal to see them, you know, in the same area, not in the same area in the building, but in the same building together like that. These booths dedicated to them. It was awesome. Getting to see all the cool stuff, play a bunch of cool games, meet a lot of cool people. So it was awesome. And this was a really ambitious trip because Wes and I never took a trip like this before, especially without any parental supervision. So this was a first for us, and I don't even think he's been to LA before. So it was awesome. It was hella cool, and I'm hoping that we get to go next year because from what I heard, I didn't watch the panel for PSX, but apparently Last of Us 2 will be making a playable appearance at E3 next year, and with everything else that got announced that's happening next year, especially for those games that we're looking forward to that probably won't come out by early next year, they'll probably be saved for E3. So if that's the case, ooh, lots of cool stuff to look forward to for next year. So I thought E3 next year was going to be like maybe one or two cool things, and then the rest like I mean, this year we had some cool stuff to look forward to at E3 for us who went to, you know, actually experience there. But for next year, I think it's going to be pretty cool. So yeah, E3, freaking awesome. On the topic of Crash being back, so much merch and a lot more to come soon. NECA finally said, yeah, we're gonna do Crash merch eventually. So they're trying so hard to hide it. And that actually depends on, you know, when they struck the deal. Maybe they just didn't have anything struck up yet, and they just had a slip of the tongue that, oh, Crash is coming back. You know, I heard that's gonna be great. So with that happening, like what, last year or so, they finally said, yeah, we're doing Crash merch. Numbskull doing a lot of cool Crash stuff. First 4 figures. We got the figure. I have it off to the side right here. I unboxed it. I don't know if you can see it. It's probably right there somewhere. We've got I got some Funko Pops from Crash, and we got the Cortex one. Off to the side, I got the black and white Crash one. I actually meant to get the original regular Crash. This Crash is the flocked one with the fuzzy texture. I got the black and white one by accident, so it came in the mail. So, but it's so cool anyway. Funko Pops, we've got the mugs. There's just so much that happened that's there that you can get for Crash. You know, clothing, of course, the shirts and stuff. So a lot more to come though for next year. So that's awesome. Lots of Crash love, and it's cool. Unrelated to this channel, VidGames FTW finally came back. We brought that channel back. It was, you know, inactive for 2 years, and in those 2 years, it's not like we were just giving up on the channel, but we were trying to figure out. Well, first off, before the channel effectively stopped with Let's Plays and stuff and with videos being uploaded, we were trying to get some more stuff out there. Captain Toad was something we tried recording, and the capture kept failing, and the footage kept coming back all corrupted and buggy looking. And we tried a bunch of other playthrough-ish stuff on Weston's channel and even still on VidGames, and it was not working. so we didn't have the exact equipment that we needed at the time, but now that we do, oh, we've been pumping out so much video game stuff, so many cool playthroughs, so many, you know, one-offs and everything, and even with the new games that have come out this year, we've done some playthroughs on them, so it's, you know, the new games this year have given us the opportunity to, you know, play them, whether blind or not, for the channel, so you can see what our thoughts are and just how we react to stuff in these new games. You know, not to necessarily, well, you know what, I was gonna say not to date the update video, but it's a December update video, so I'll go ahead and date it some more. Currently, we've got running Skylanders Spyro's Adventure and Mario Odyssey on the channel at this point in time, and we've got tons of awesome playthroughs on new games, on old games that, you know, we've been wanting to do for the longest time. I had a hit list at one point, a really long hit list of just the games we wanted to do, and some of those we've worked in, like Skylanders was one we teased like 3 or so years ago, and there's a bunch more, so much more. If, you know, since I haven't been uploading on here a whole lot, because I've been writing for, you know, and editing for the Comeback Saga and even other game chat videos as well, and with Westside, with our schedules not working to make sure that Trash Talk keeps coming out, you know, consecutively and all of that. We will be returning to all that stuff soon. Definitely, most definitely. But vid games is one of the easier ones to do at the moment. We've got a whole lot of, I still have a lot of raw footage left to upload and to edit and upload and all that, so there's still a lot more for Mario and Skylanders to come, and there's new stuff we want to do too on vid games. So it's hard when you're one guy and you're balancing out 3 separate freaking channels, so when you focus on one, the other 2 have to take kind of a backseat, and then you have to focus on another one, so the other 2 can still take a backseat. The third one comes along, so then the other 2 take a backseat, and that's how it's been working for the longest time. So, vid games has been pumping out a lot of stuff. I haven't done a whole lot on here as of recent, and Westside has been not dead, but just kind of stopped for a while now. But yeah, I'll say it now. We've got some. You know, the rest of Arc 7 will be coming for Trash Talk really soon. More content on that channel as well. There's still so much more content we want to put out that's not just Trash Talk or even review stuff in general on Westside. So Westside will make a resurrection come 2018 for sure. We want to try and pump out some things on Westside for this year. Also, Westside turned 5 this year, 5 years old. So we want to we've got something planned. It's not big, but it encompasses the celebration of the game we're going to be reviewing for Trash Talk. It's a Trash Talk related thing. Our anniversary and just some other cool stuff there too. So yeah, awesome. G-Man came over. We were not sure if it was going to happen because he originally came over so we can show him ZapCon, which is our convention here where we live, and it didn't come this year. We had planned it when they were like, okay, it's coming, and then during our planning, they were like, oh, sorry, you know, we're going to pick it up next year, but for this year, it's just not going to work out. So effectively, the trip was going to be canceled, but then I kind of was just like, well, as a joke, I was like, well, you can still come if you wanted to hang out with me, and he was like, okay, and I was like, oh, really? So we made that happen, and it was crazy. It was really surreal that, just talking to him from 2 years ago about the fan film and all of that, and that's how we first met, because he expressed interest in the project, and he came over and we recorded for vid games Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, and Persona 5, and Crash of the Titans. We finally filmed the Operation Switch and Ditch skit, which started out obviously as a joke. So lots of cool stuff, and a little G-Man birdie told me that there might be some more collabing in the future, in person, maybe for 2018, and if all goes well, maybe someone else too might come. I don't know, that's a whole other thing right there, but we've been talking, things have been planned, or trying to get planned, or see if they can come to fruition once more for 2018, so more collabs will come, even if not in person, obviously through online, so yeah, cool stuff. So this year's been the year for games, the year for for me for pre-orders. I did say last year that this year was going to be the year of live streams, and the reason why live streams have been very scarce is because, like I've said before, around the time of last year, after recording Shantae After Any Hero, Elgato decided to be stupid and the program, and it wouldn't let me, it's a lot of like technical whatever stuffs with the computer and the program. It was not, letting itself, it wasn't working the way it was supposed to, because I wanted to stream I wanted to do a blind stream of Breath of the Wild when it first came out, and that got shot to shit. So I tried using OBS and that got all weird, and now I have XSplit, so there's other programs I'm trying out, and once I start getting the hang of those programs and learning how to stream effectively, streams of other past games will come back. The streams that I started and didn't finish, Skylanders at this point, I'm not sure if I'm going to continue streaming because we're doing it for vid games, but we still have Enter the Dragonfly and freaking I Ninja and so many other streams I started that were on other consoles besides the PS4. The PS4 has been the easiest to stream because you can do it straight through the console. So that's why I've been doing nothing but PS4 streams this year. But 2018 should hopefully be a little bit, I'm not going to promise much, but I think 2018 will be a better year for live streaming more games besides PS4. So I'm gonna try and make sure if I need friends to come over and help set the shit up or whatever the case is, I will try and figure out how to get these programs working. So more streams will be coming that aren't just PS4 games, because there's still a lot more I want to stream for the fun of it, and streams that I started and wanted to finish. So yeah, live streams. I'm glad that Game Chat's been doing it as good as it has. That project started out, I don't know if you remember this, as Gaming Forethought. That was something I teased a long ass time ago, and it never obviously came to fruition. So thankfully, I brought that project back in the form of Game Chat. The multiplayer episode did pretty well, and thankfully the Comeback Saga Part 1 has been doing pretty good. I know that the comments are disabled, but when I did the Q&A live stream and even just some general comments on Twitter, they've been saying, yeah, you made some good points, and it was pretty solid, and it was good. So I was like, okay, awesome. Part 2 is coming, hopefully before the month ends, and Part 3 will come early next year. So that one will take the longest to make because there's a lot I have to do in terms of watching videos for points I want to make, and having to do research on statistics and all this other stuff just to make the point that I want to see Spyro back. So, yeah, you know what I mean by that in terms of the brand Spyro the Dragon, not the character. I know the character is in Skylanders. We'll get into that in Part 3 of that video, for that saga. So, it's ambitious as hell. I keep saying it, it's only as controversial as you believe it to be. I'm just speaking my mind. But in the general sense of it, Game Chat is something I've been wanting to do for the longest time, and I'm finally doing it. I've got already some ideas for other videos after, for more episodes after the Comeback Saga is done, so those will happen as well. I've teased a couple as well. I want to do one on Mario, maybe one on Sonic. I don't know yet, but we'll see. So Game Chat has been doing pretty good, and I'm glad that I've been, I'm finally doing it. So you'll see more of that in the future. Yeah, the Game Awards and PS6 have been pretty crazy. So those just ended not too long ago, and we got some games. Some will be making appearances, I think, at E3. For those that aren't coming, I want to say that they probably... Okay, well, like I said before, I heard The Last of Us 2 is going to be shown off at E3. Nothing else has been confirmed to show at E3 yet, so I don't know. I would like to think that some of these will be, but Soul Calibur 6 got announced. I lost my shit, and I'm so mad that I didn't record that. The camera was dying. No, the camera was dead. I only streamed with my iPod for a little bit. I streamed the pre-show, but then this was dying, and I had no way in the living room to freaking charge it. So, yeah, that reaction is lost, unfortunately. I had a big old freak out. Soul Calibur 6, didn't think it was going to happen. It's happening. Dreams, we saw more of Dreams, and this was like at, I think, E3 2014 or 15. And I've been wanting to see more of it because on Trash Talk, on my side, we talked about it years ago, and I was like, yeah, this looks cool. You can make your own game, essentially, with this game. So, of course, we've got many games like that already, the Big Planet, Project Spark, but this one seems that you can go all out and do pretty much whatever you want. So, with that being said, that's really cool, and with what they showed with the gameplay and stuff, it's looking really awesome, so I'm excited for that. The Shadow of the Colossus remake comes out in February, so I'm pre-ordering that shit. Definitely gonna do a stream on that. There's no way I'm gonna pass that up. And then the biggest mic drop at the end of PSX was that of the two, Spyro or Medieval, Medieval is the one getting remastered for the 20th anniversary next year, and still fucking cool. Of course, really cool. I did that Halloween video 2 years ago on should it get rebooted, should we see Medieval in some form come back, and it will in the form of a remaster of the first game. So that's going to be awesome. And again, I think that 2018, E3 2018, we might see, I like to think that we'll see something for Spyro. Not sure. I'm just saying maybe. So that's 2017. That's just 2017 recap in not much of a nutshell, but in a lot of detail. So let's get on to the actual DestinationMarc update portion of the video. Here we go. Okay, so all the videos, like top 5s, top 10s, we've done like pretty much no top 5s or top 10s this year. And I miss doing them. I'm gonna do some more really soon. So top 5s, top 10s, you know, nerdy merch. Haven't done like any nerdy merch since what, episode 2? I think we had 2 episodes. I don't even remember. Video game manuals, and oh yeah, the E3 merch. Okay, so yeah, 2 episodes of nerdy merch. More will come, depending on what you guys want to see. Again, it's not a flaunting series. It's just something I wanted to show off for all the cool stuff that I own, I guess. So if you want to see something in terms of like a general, like all the fucking anime you own, or I don't know, strategy guides or some shit. I don't know. It really depends on what you guys want to see. Figures or whatever. I'm not sure. A room tour. I did something of a room tour during the behind the scenes video. I don't know. Whatever you guys want to see. But top 5s, top 10s. It's coming back all next year. Lots of cool stuff. I have to come up with more lists and stuff. But once I do, we'll do that. So yeah. Speaking of reviews and stuff, so quick reviews was something I did like what, a year and a half ago or something, I think. I don't remember, but I was doing the Crash, like as a whole series, the Crash franchise, you know, just reviewing them in like under 4 or 3 minutes. So I decided, I said this at some point that I don't remember, but I'll say it again here. That little series, quick reviews, will be moved to Westside Studios so we can get some more content rolling there. But the Crash franchise series of game review videos or quick review videos will still be here because I started them here and I want to finish them here. So we only have Crash 1, 2, 3, Team Racing, Bash. Those are the only ones up here right now, but obviously Earth Cortex is next, and we'll just continue on. And since at the time I have to actually rewrite the Mind Over Mutant one, because when I wrote the script for that, it was way before the E3 announcement ever happened last year for Crash, E3 2016. So I was like, will we see Crash return? Obviously he already is back, so I'll have to rewrite that and include him in Skylanders Imaginators and Insane Trilogy. So I will include those in the quick reviews saga of Crash series videos. But after that, quick reviews will be coming out on Westside Studios. So yeah, I know there's still a bunch of films that I have to watch and review that I said I would, so those will be coming in 2018 as well. Also, game reviews, logo right here. Game reviews are happening, and it's going to be in the same vein of the film reviews. So all of that will be starting in 2018, and they will be here. And once I find games I want to review, I'll do that we haven't done for like Trash Talk or something already. Or even if they have been done for Trash Talk, and I want to just throw in some more of my more personal, more in-depth experiences with all of that, I'll probably do some kind of a retread. Also, those two, so for game reviews and film reviews, in general, I want to open it more up to you guys for what you want to see me review. So throw down suggestions in the comments and wherever the fuck else on Twitter. Let me know what games you want to see get reviewed, and films, obviously modern ones and even older ones. Whatever you want to see get reviewed, let me know, and we'll see how that works out. So yeah. Alright, here's the big one. For Christmas this year, it's not going to be a top 5 or a top 10 like I've done the last 2 years. I'm still not 100% sure what it's going to be. It might not drop on Christmas, because here's the thing. Christmas is obviously on the 25th. 3 days later, this channel hits 5 years. So not only that though, but I'm still just short of halfway through from 900 to 1K I'm at like 930 something right now subscribers. So I'm not quite there at 1K yet, but we're getting there. If we can hit somehow, some crazy way in the next 2 or so weeks, if we can hit 1K views around between almost Christmas and the 28th, then come the 28th, I don't know, we're gonna do something big. I'm thinking 12-hour stream, I'm not sure yet. I would like to have XSplit or something ready by that time so I can actually switch out consoles mid-stream, because I don't want to just do like a PS4 game for like 6 hours, stop the stream, do a new one for another game for 6 hours, or multiple games for different hours, like I did for the 400 subscriber special. I did a 4-hour stream. It was 4 different games for an hour each. So I don't know how we're gonna do it, but I want to do a 12-hour stream somehow, so we'll see how that works. Maybe it's just one game for 12 hours. I don't fucking know. But we'll see what happens. I want to do something huge. I don't know what yet. I will have some kind of little teaser video celebrating 5 years coming out on the 28th. So we'll see what happens, and it's going to be big. Hopefully it will be big. I will try and figure out if you have any suggestions or ideas for what we can do to make it really big. Let me know in the comments. We'll see what we can do. But 5 years, it's really crazy. We'll see what we can do to celebrate. So yeah. And of course, the Crash fan film. Not dead. It is not dead. There have been absolutely no updates this year for it, because between also some more 2017 recaps, between getting the job I'm at now and all the scheduling stuff we've had to do with, you know, Wes not being fully available, Chase not being fully available, just, you know, and that's for our main channels, with having to juggle these main channels and all of that stuff, it's been a hectic year. So the Crash fan film is such a big project that we haven't done much, and really where it's at right now is the same place it's been at for the last year or so. Like, we're still trying to find people to help us out. We're still trying to flesh out that script, and Insane did impact my thought process on the fan film a lot. I knew it was going to, but in particular, seeing the animation, seeing how it's been treated and handled, it's kind of, you know, because we've talked a little bit about how the fan film was going to work, and if you need a recap, basically it's going to tell the plot of the 3 games condensed into one film, not shoving stuff in there, but trying to combine the elements of the plots from the 3 games into one, with the main structure of where the characters are going and how events unfold mainly taking place and being inspired by Crash 1. So that still was going to happen. It's just that with the way certain characters are handled and all of that stuff, and especially with the way they look, because the look we wanted to make sure we encompassed, since this was supposed to be a 20th anniversary celebration, like fan celebration, there was going to be a lot of character design mashups and stuff for the characters. I don't know if I want to do that anymore, because again, seeing how they did it for Insane, they kept it with the retro designs but looking modern with the fur textures and everything. I knew it was going to look cool, but with the way it came out, I'm like, okay, I might have to rethink some design choices and whatever else here and there. So it's probably gonna go into a big overhaul before we really get back into like, okay, here's our progress. So all this to say, it's still happening. I don't want to make any promises though, so I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. Like, I'm not even going to guarantee you that it's coming out, because I have no idea when or how it's going to look. I don't know yet. So all I'm going to say is it's still happening. But as a little in-depth look, we're going to be changing some stuff. The script will be going into an overhaul. We'll see what we're going to do from there on out. The one thing I do want to say that you will see at some point maybe is a small, maybe 2 or 3 small, like we're talking a couple seconds long, clips of the animatic. So what the animatic is once I finish with our current script, which is like our second draft of our original concepts, I'm going to flesh those out, and then I started like a year or so ago, I started storyboarding out the script. I'm going to continue that for the whole film's length, and then get like G-Man and Voice Legend and all of them to start voicing the characters. They're not the final voices. They're going to be, the term I'm looking for is the placeholder voices. But I just want to show you, and some Stop Crash-esque music thrown in there as well for the feeling of it. But I just want to show you kind of what we're sneak peeks. They're gonna be sneak peeks. I'm dragging this out too long. We're gonna show you guys some sneak peeks in 2018. The film is still happening. The Kickstarter, I'm not gonna talk about right now. Stuff is happening though. Trust me, stuff is happening. So that is it. Hopefully you guys will be hyped for what we're doing for the tail end of this year and for all of 2018. Stuff is happening. I'm excited for the games and all of that. I'm excited for my projects. I'm excited for Christmas. Everything. It's going to be big. It's going to be cool. Awesome, hopefully. So we'll see what happens. Check us out on Video Games FTW. Check us out on Westside Studios. It's gonna be really cool. So that's it for me. 2018 is coming. 2017 is almost over. I'm Marcelo. I'll see you guys later. That was obvious. Take care. New Year stuff might happen. I don't know yet, so we'll see. Bye.